So on the G37 today, we're going to actually work on replacing the cabin air filter. I think the recommended service interval on that's something like 30,000 miles, and we're definitely overdue on that. So we're going to kind of walk you through the process on changing a cabin air filter on one of these G37s. Relatively straightforward. Got to do a little work on the interior to get access to it, but nothing too crazy, but thought it could be useful for everyone to see the process. And here's a quick snapshot of the new replacement filter. I think we opted for an AC Delco part. I think you got the part numbers and everything right here. But what I'll do is I'll drop a link in the description for where you can get this as well. So first part you want to do is get in the passenger side of the car. All right, so now we're going to want to open glove compartment, and then we're going to reach down the bottom here and pop this trim piece off the side over here. So from here, if we come down, kind of see this piece of plastic here. You kind of want to get your hand in, pull this down, take this out. And next we're going to want to do these 4 screws. So this one, this one, this one, and over here. So I'm going to get those undone, and then I'll show you what's next. Okay, so those have been removed. Next you want to get this guy all the way down in the bottom corner, and then there's actually one right there. It looks like it's missing in our car, but there could be a screw back there you need to access as well. And of course we can't forget this guy down in the bottom here. So I'm going to get that right now. Alright, so with those screws removed, I think there were 7 in total, we should be able to remove the glove compartment now. I may need an extra set of hands here, but let me work on this and I'll kind of show you how it drops out. Okay, so here it is. Basically these are like alignment dowels, so you sort of have to just pull the unit forward like this, and with a little rock at the bottom, and basically it'll just come out like this, and it reveals the air box where we can now access the cabin air filter. So here's the air box that sits behind the glove compartment. You just want to get this lever here, and you can open the door. This comes out, revealing cabin air filter. So let's see what we got in this one. It's been in here a while, so I have a suspicion it's going to be a little grubby. Here she is. Oh, look at that. Let's get it on the bench and we'll compare it to the new one. Okay, well, this should give you an idea. As you can see, it's kind of dirty here if you get real close. You just see in these pleats, especially down in these corners. Yeah, it's like lots of gross. Obviously, the new one does not have. I do think this uses a charcoal filter, it keeps odors out of the cabin and stuff like that. So, yeah, this one was definitely due. You get an idea, this is like the cleaner side of it, obviously. So yeah, you can really kind of see the dirt, especially when you kind of tilt it like that. So she was definitely due. So with that, we're going to throw this guy in the trash, get the new one installed in the car. I will also note something I realized. It looked like it was a STP filter that I took out. And the new one, this AC Delco one right here, weighs significantly more. So I'm not sure if that's just, it's got more pleats in it. Definitely kind of looks like it does. So hopefully that has a little better filtering. And like I said, I'll put the part number in the description below, so you can just click on that and it'll take you to where you can pick one of these up. But with that, let's get this thing installed. All right, so we got the filter. I'm going to tuck it in here. I'll try and do this with one hand. There we go. And you want it so that it can kind of lift up like this. And you want the arrow also pointing up. Reason being, I'll kind of show you here, on the door it's got these plastic pieces that need to slip basically under the filter and do that like this, and you can see it lifts it up. May need to use two hands here, so we'll see if we can do this for you guys. Close. I might need an extra hand just to get this in, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got it kind of tucked in its little slots in the back corner, and then you simply just clip that shut. So next step is get the glove box assembly in. I'll slide that in real quick, let you know if there's any tricks to doing that quickly. And then basically just put the 7 screws that we removed back in, and that's about job done. Alright, so I've got it kind of in place. There's some alignment dowels that basically sit up on the top here. You want to get those lined up before setting it in, and then also this is a good guide here, but basically this guy needs to just slip into the spot here as well. From there I put just a couple screws you can kind of see in the corner here and the corner here to hold it in. And now, yeah, the finishing steps really, put the last 2 screws in here. And then if you have the one in the back, which we seem to be missing, put that in. And then, of course, down here and down here. So I'm going to get on with that. But pretty much that's how to do the cabin air filter. So got all the screws in, closes up nicely. So we just have to put the last couple trim panels on. So there's the one under the floor here, and obviously the one right here. So pretty self-explanatory, but we'll get those in next. So this one just goes, you can line it up on the hooks at the back. There you go. Clips into place nicely there. Pretty easy. And for the trim piece under here, you can see these metal eyelets. So those eyelets, they line up just with these guys right here. And then there's this one right here. So you just tuck those into the eyelets, and that should align everything for putting the panel back on. So there you have it. Once it's kind of slotted in, you just push upwards and it'll clip into place, and you're good to go. So there you have it. Probably a lot, 30 minutes to do the job. A couple of the screws are a little fiddly, especially the ones down the back of the glove box, just to get those kind of tightened back up. But pretty easy procedure, but thought we'd share this with you. So yeah, if you found this helpful, please do like and subscribe to the channel. Obviously, we do these type of service videos, but also a lot more of the builds as well that I'm sure you're all following.